Have you ever felt that as we age, the closeness we once had, with our own bodies, with our partners, seems to fade? Not because the love is gone, but because something inside feels slower, less responsive, and more disconnected. What if I told you this change isn't just about aging, but about blood flow? And what if the solution isn't in a bottle or prescription, but already sitting in your kitchen, inside simple, natural fruits? Hi, I'm Dr. James Ellison, a urologist with over 60 years of experience helping older adults regain their vitality, confidence, and emotional connection. And I've learned something surprising. While many turn to quick fixes, the real power lies in nature. When combined properly, certain fruits can help restore circulation, sensitivity, and even rekindle intimacy. In today's episode, I'll reveal 5 powerful fruit pairings that could shift the way you feel, love, and live. These aren't trends, they're tools your body already knows how to use. So don't scroll away, because what's coming next may change everything. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss another life-changing insight. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss another natural health tip designed especially for those of us over 60. If you're finding this valuable so far, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, and let me know how I can better support you. Alright, now let's begin with the very first pairing. 2 fruits that may seem ordinary, but when it comes to boosting blood flow and reviving intimacy after 60, they're nothing short of extraordinary. Pomegranate and watermelon. 1. Pomegranate and watermelon, nature's circulation boosters. When I first began sharing this advice with my older patients, many looked at me with skepticism. Dr. Kara, they'd say, are you really telling me that fruit can do what medication can't? And my answer every time is this. Nature often knows how to heal what time tries to take away, especially when it comes to restoring blood flow and closeness in the later years of life. Pomegranate and watermelon may seem like 2 simple fruits, but for adults over 60, they offer something powerful. The ability to naturally support your body's circulation and in turn awaken your sense of physical connection and energy. You see, the challenge for many older men and women isn't desire, it's delivery. The heart still longs. The emotions are still there, but when blood doesn't flow freely, the body struggles to respond. That's where these 2 fruits come in. Pomegranate with its rich red seeds has long symbolized vitality and passion. But today, we understand its deeper power. Studies show it can increase nitric oxide levels in your body by up to 30%. Nitric oxide is like the body's natural circulation switch. It relaxes your blood vessels, allowing blood to flow with ease, especially to the areas tied to intimacy and pleasure. The result, a body that doesn't just feel alive, but responsive. And then there's watermelon. Most of us grew up enjoying it on hot summer days, never knowing it contained one of the most circulation-friendly compounds nature has to offer, citrulline. This amino acid converts into arginine, a key building block for nitric oxide. When consumed regularly, watermelon helps your vessels relax and open wide, much like some popular medications, but without the side effects or cost. It helps restore the natural rhythm of blood flow that so many of us lose touch with as we age. Together, pomegranate and watermelon form a dynamic duo. One builds nitric oxide directly, while the other gives your body the ingredients it needs to sustain it. It's a quiet transformation that begins with a simple slice of fruit, and over time becomes a steady return to energy, intimacy, and confidence. But what if the key to protecting your blood vessels isn't just about nitric oxide, but about healing them at the root, making them stronger, more flexible, and youthful again? For that, we turn to 2 tiny berries with enormous potential. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Blueberries and strawberries. the tiny berries that protect what matters most. When I sit with patients in their late 60s, 70s, or even 80s, they often tell me the same thing in different words. Doctor, I still feel love. I still want connection, but my body just doesn't respond the way it used to. I always listen with care because that quiet frustration, that unspoken sense of fading intimacy, is something many carry but few talk about. And this is where I introduce them to two tiny fruits that most of us walk past in the grocery store without a second thought. Blueberries and strawberries. They're not exotic, they're not rare, but inside their colorful skins lies something remarkable. Compounds that protect, restore, and enhance the very blood vessels responsible for your physical and emotional responsiveness. Blueberries are often called a superfood, and that's no exaggeration. They're rich in anthocyanins, powerful pigments that do more than give them their deep blue color. These natural compounds actively protect the inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, keeping it supple, strong, and able to deliver blood where it matters most. This isn't just about your heart. It's about the moments of intimacy, the spark, the quiet connection that's often missing when blood flow is restricted. Strawberries bring their own special magic. Packed with vitamin C and ellagic acid, they support collagen production, the very protein that gives structure to your vessels. As we age, collagen naturally declines. Our blood vessels become stiffer, less reactive. That's when circulation slows, and with it our sense of touch, warmth, and closeness. But strawberries help reverse that, nourishing the body in a way that restores sensitivity and emotional presence. Together, blueberries and strawberries are more than just a healthy snack. They are a powerful team that protects your blood vessels from inflammation and oxidative damage, ensuring that blood flows freely and fully, not just to your heart and brain, but to the parts of you that crave closeness and connection. Many of my patients begin to feel changes they thought were lost forever. Renewed energy, a deeper sense of intimacy, even a return of confidence they hadn't felt in years. And it all starts with something as simple as a handful of berries each day. But what if you could do more than protect your vessels? What if you could actually repair them, strengthen them from the inside out, and help your body rebuild what time has worn down? The next pair of fruits may hold that secret, and their healing power might surprise you. 3. Kiwi and red grapes, quiet healers of blood pressure and connection. Sometimes the things that change our lives the most don't make a big entrance. They don't shout. They don't demand attention. They work quietly, patiently, restoring what we thought was gone. That's how I think of kiwi and red grapes. Modest in size, but powerful in their ability to help older adults feel more alive, more connected, and more in tune with the body they live in. One of the biggest enemies of intimacy after 60 is high blood pressure. It doesn't just put strain on your heart, it stiffens your blood vessels. It restricts the very flow that brings warmth, sensation, and responsiveness to every part of your body. Many of my patients come in not realizing that the slow fade they're feeling emotionally and physically is often tied to this silent pressure building inside them. That's why I often recommend something simple. Start your mornings with a kiwi or two. Research from the University of Oslo found that eating just 2 to 3 kiwis a day can significantly reduce blood pressure. These bright green fruits are loaded with vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants, working together to relax blood vessels and allow blood to flow more easily and naturally. It's not just about heart health. It's about helping the body feel touch again, respond again, and reconnect where it matters most. Then there are red grapes, sweet, easy to enjoy, and rich in one of nature's most powerful anti-aging compounds, resveratrol. This compound not only reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, it also helps repair the lining of your blood vessels. Imagine that, your body being given what it needs to fix itself. Resveratrol activates stem cells in the endothelium, helping strengthen and even restore damaged areas. And when your vessels are stronger and more elastic, blood flows more freely, not just to your limbs, but to the parts of you that remember closeness and crave connection. Together, kiwi and red grapes are like quiet caretakers, restoring calm to your cardiovascular system and bringing back the energy and responsiveness that make intimacy feel possible again. Many older couples I work with share that after making these fruits part of their daily habits, something in their relationship shifted. They didn't just feel better, they felt more present, more engaged, more open to one another. But while blood pressure is one piece of the puzzle, there's more to explore. What if you could strengthen your arteries even further so they act not like vessels worn by age, but like ones renewed with strength and purpose? Let's take a closer look at a pair of everyday foods that can do exactly that. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Apples and avocados. Strengthening arteries, restoring connection. Sometimes healing doesn't come from something new. Sometimes it comes from rediscovering what's always been right in front of us. Apples and avocados, 2 fruits you've likely eaten your entire life, hold more power than most people ever realize, especially when it comes to improving circulation and restoring the physical closeness that so many seniors silently miss. I remember a gentleman in his early 70s who came to see me, eyes filled with quiet frustration. "Doc," he said, "I still care deeply for my wife. I still feel desire, but my body, it just doesn't cooperate anymore." After we talked, I encouraged him to make one small change, include apples and avocados in his daily meals. What happened over the next few weeks was more than just physical. His sense of confidence began to return. He felt more energized, more engaged, more connected, and all from what seemed like a simple shift. Let's start with apples. They're rich in quercetin, a natural flavonoid with powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Quercetin improves endothelial function. That means it helps the inner walls of your blood vessels stay smooth, flexible, and capable of responding to your body's needs. When your arteries are healthy, blood flows freely, bringing oxygen and warmth to your heart, your brain, and yes, to those parts of you that matter most during intimacy. A crisp apple a day doesn't just support heart health, it opens the door to a more responsive, more vibrant you. Then there's the avocado. Soft, rich, nourishing. While often thought of as a vegetable, it's technically a fruit, and an incredibly important one for older adults. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, which help reduce bad cholesterol and support healthy blood pressure. They're also an excellent source of potassium, which helps relax blood vessel walls and improve overall vascular tone. Together, apples and avocados form a partnership your body truly needs. One works to protect and restore your arteries. The other feeds and supports them from the inside out. And when your vessels are strong, flexible, and open, intimacy doesn't feel like a struggle. It feels like a natural extension of who you are. This pairing is about more than just physical health. It's about giving yourself the internal support to feel close again, connected again, fully present with the one you love. But what if you could go even deeper? Not just restoring flexibility and strength, but actively fighting the internal damage that dulls your energy and quiets your spark. There's a tropical duo that does just that, and it might be the most powerful yet. Let's explore. 5. Mangoes and oranges. Fighting fatigue, rekindling intimacy. Every now and then, I meet someone who says, "I just don't feel like myself anymore." They describe it as a kind of heaviness, fatigue that lingers, desire that feels muted, a spark that once came easily, but now flickers quietly in the background. When I hear that, I don't think of aging as the villain. I think of oxidative stress, the slow, invisible wear and tear on your body that begins inside your blood vessels and spreads silently to every part of how you feel, move, and connect. That's why I often turn to a tropical pairing that tastes like sunshine and delivers a healing power most people underestimate. Mangoes and oranges. Mangoes are more than just a sweet, juicy indulgence. They're rich in beta-carotene, vitamin A, and vitamin C, 3 nutrients that act like a shield against oxidative damage. When free radicals build up in your system, they stiffen your arteries, drain your energy, and dull the sensitivity that makes physical closeness so meaningful. But the antioxidants in mangoes help repair that damage and restore flexibility to your blood vessels. They don't just make you feel better, they make you feel present, like your body is awake again. Oranges, too, are more powerful than most people realize. Of course, they're packed with vitamin C, which supports collagen production, the very protein that keeps your blood vessels soft, strong, and elastic. But they also contain a compound called hesperidin, which has been shown to preserve nitric oxide and promote healthy circulation in older adults. The result, a body that doesn't resist touch but responds to it. A heart that doesn't just beat, but feels. Together, mangoes and oranges help clear out what's holding you back, restoring vibrancy, emotional connection, and the kind of gentle intimacy that brings 2 people closer. Their nutrients don't just support your heart, they lift your spirit, clear your mind, and invite your body to participate in the joy of simply being with someone. When I recommend this pairing, I don't just think of the biological benefits. I think of a couple holding hands again, laughing over breakfast, rediscovering what made them fall in love in the first place. It's never too late to feel that again. But here's what truly brings it all together. What happens when you take everything you've just learned, all 5 fruit pairings, and turn it into a simple, powerful daily habit? In the final section, I'll show you exactly how to do that and why just one small choice each day could transform the way you feel for years to come. 6 doctors' final advice. A new beginning, 1 bite at a time. As we come to the end of this journey, I want to bring everything back to one simple truth. Your body is still listening. Even after 60, even after 70, even after years of thinking things can't change, it's still responding quietly, patiently, waiting for the right care, the right rhythm, the right kind of nourishment. What we've explored together isn't just a list of fruits. It's a reintroduction to what your body has always needed to thrive. Natural tools to restore circulation, strengthen your heart, and gently reignite intimacy and emotional connection. We started with pomegranate and watermelon, 2 fruits that awaken nitric oxide and open the door to better blood flow. Then we moved to blueberries and strawberries, those quiet protectors of your blood vessels, helping you feel more responsive and alive. With kiwi and red grapes, we looked at how blood pressure can soften and how healing can begin from within. Apples and avocados showed us how to strengthen arteries and nourish the very walls that carry life through your veins. And finally, mangoes and oranges reminded us that energy, warmth, and intimacy can be refreshed simply by fighting the stress that age has layered inside us over time. I've seen these small changes create real transformation. I've watched men sit taller in my office. I've seen couples hold hands again. I've heard stories of quiet mornings that turned into laughter-filled afternoons, not because of a miracle drug, but because of fruit on a plate, consistency and routine, and the belief that life is still rich with possibility. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You don't need to chase extreme solutions. Just start with what you have. A slice of watermelon, a handful of berries, a ripe avocado on toast. These are not just foods. They are messages to your body telling it to stay soft, to stay open, to keep loving, to keep living. So, here's my invitation to you. Begin with one small change today. Pick one of these fruit pairings and make it part of your daily rhythm. Not because you have to, but because you deserve to feel better. You deserve connection. You deserve to live with vitality, clarity, and the kind of intimacy that reminds you you are still whole. You are still capable of giving and receiving love. This chapter of life isn't about what's behind you. It's about what's still ahead. And it begins with what you choose to nourish your body and your heart with today.